Hey Crusaders, I'm AJ.
And I'm Julius.
And today Julius and I will be listing our top 3 favorite superhero versus supervillain fight scenes in movies. So Julius, what would be our top 3? Or number 3,
Yeah, so number 3 is going to be the Bane-Batman fight in The Dark Knight Rises, the first one, when Batman gets everything just destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
There hasn't, in my eyes, I can remember, someone please correct me in the comments, but I don't think there's ever been like a superhero movie where one-on-one, the superhero, they fight, and the superhero basically just gets killed. Like, not killed, but he just gets destroyed, hands down.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Because I feel like a lot of times the hero will lose it first.
Right, yeah. But like, this is like, oh, he merely escapes, and then, like, you know, he survives. Or no, like, I just see it, like, usually when that happens, like, they fight, and then someone helps a supervillain, or the superhero makes his getaway. But no, like, in this movie,
his back gets broken.
He just, like, the only reason he didn't die is just because the supervillain didn't kill him. That's the only reason. He just, like, oh, I want you to just suffer before you die. And
what I really like about that scene is the fact when he snaps his back. That is Bane. Like, I would say that's the most Bane thing out of that entire movie. And I'm not, like, discrediting Tom Hardy or Nolan for that movie.
It's a different interpretation.
But that is Bane. Like, hands down. Like, I don't care if you didn't like the voice or whatever. That's Bane. Like, I mean, that was, like, 100% Bane.
Yeah,
so
I liked it. It was decent fight choreography, especially from Nolan, whose fights in the Dark Knight series is generally pretty bad.
Yeah, but I think just the weight of that fight scene and the way that it impacts, you know, Batman is just so... It makes it into our top 3.
Yep.
So, number 2 would probably be, and some of you guys might completely disagree, that's okay. But we would say the General Zod versus Superman fight scene in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Now, we both liked that movie, and we know that, like, I understand why other people...
I did just like it. I think it's in my top 5 superhero movies of all time.
Okay, yeah. So Julius loved it. I liked it a lot. I listen to the soundtrack all the time. I say Hans Zimmer is, like, one of his best yet, and probably one of the best soundtracks of all time.
Yeah.
I don't mean to sound like Kanye West, but, you know, it is. And I think just the music in that and the way that they, like...
They fight, like, the way it's so, like... You know, they have that scene of when Superman's on, like, the top of that skyscraper, Zod's below him, and he's like, there's only one way this ends, either you die or I. And then they just, like, fly towards, like, And to that soundtrack, and then, you know, Zod has his monologues when he's saying, like, you know, why he's doing, like, you sympathize for him, like, he's like...
It makes sense why he's doing what he's doing.
Like, I was born to defend and fight for my people. I have no people. You killed them, so I'm going to fight you. Like, and that's like, well,
and then he's like, I'm going to kill your people.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what makes, you know, Superman, is that he is one of us. And he is, like, the best aspects of all of us. He's, you know,
and he's not even from here. He's not even from Earth, but he has such dedication to, like, mankind.
He's the most human out of all of us. And, you know, I love Superman, but I would say about this fight scene, I know a lot of people don't like it. They, you know, say, oh, you know, there was too much damage to Metropolis or whatever. But I would say for a Superman who is, like, not experienced with fighting anyone ever, I mean, the entire movie, he's just going around, like, saving people. He's not fighting anyone.
I could get into, like, a whole, like, argument. Like,
we could make an entire video about that. But I would say that's our number 2 fight scene just because of all the things that tie in with it.
Yeah, I have one thing is...
Oh, yeah?
I was thinking about this before, and... so, you know, at the end of it, he obviously kills Zod, which everyone is freaking out about. That's another aspect why I really like it. But when, you know, he kills some people get mad, and, you know, Superman is coming, and they said they're taking inspirations from The Dark Knight Returns. Yeah. And one possible thread that they could use is where Superman, he's like, they're fighting, he has the opportunity to kill Batman, and then it's like, you know what, I did this, this happened before, and, you know, I killed that guy, I can't do this now.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you. Yeah. I think the one thing about that fight scene is people get upset about that, but I don't think that there was a single person more upset that Superman killed Zod than Superman.
Yeah.
And I think that was the whole point.
It sets up that he doesn't kill after what happened.
And yeah, I think that, like, in this entire universe, he's like, never again.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, I'm excited about that. That's our number 2.
Yep.
Number 1, What would you say, Julius?
The number one fight scene that we'd say has to be, you say it because I forgot what it is.
What? No way. Okay, it is the Spider-Man versus Doc Ock train fight scene. Yeah. You know, it came out 10 years ago in Spider-Man 2, and to date, it is just so iconic because everything that you would want in a superhero fight scene, it has. You have the superhero, you have the supervillain, they fight, it's on a train, and so all train fight scenes are cool.
Yeah.
And then you have him saving people. Like, that's another aspect of the fight, is he's saving people.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I personally like that he doesn't beat Doc Ock.
No, it's a draw, basically.
No, but he saves everyone. That's what I like about it, is he's like, I mean, he's not going to beat Doc Ock, but he's going to save everyone. Not a single person died. And it's like, that's the Spider-Man I know. He chooses to, save everyone rather than go after the villain.
And then, the whole scene after he leaves, he has to stop the train.
Yes.
Then passes out, and then the people save him, and then the kids say, "Oh, we won't tell anyone." And
that was good. And everyone's like, "Oh my goodness, he's so young." And I know a couple guys recently were saying how they didn't like how he was able to stop the train because of his webbing wouldn't be strong enough, whatever. But the whole point of that movie was, and this had to do with him losing his powers. He chose how strong he wanted to be. When he didn't want to be Spider-Man, like he was like, I don't even know if I want to do this. He lost his powers. And then when he was like, no, I need to be Spider-Man, he regained them. And so I would say that was just more willpower than his actual powers.
Yeah, totally.
But,
so those are our top 3 superhero fights. But I want to hear what yours are, so make sure you leave them in the comment section below.
Yes.
And talk amongst yourselves what you think is best, worst, or why you disagree with us, why we're wrong, all that stuff.
Because we might be.
We probably are.
Yeah.
So like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah. Stay ace.